We've done everything on this show so far, but we haven't yet done a wedding angle. So why not? We got Rapta and Zoravar both hitting on Angelina Love. And eventually things are going to start moving quickly because we're going to propose marriage. Rapta is going to propose to Love. And she says she's considering it. And there's a bouquet here. And talk to me about this wedding angle. Is this, I mean, I know that here in America, there's something that's been said about, weddings are good for ratings. This is all new territory, but you see, even the little guy, he's out here. I mean, everybody's vying for her love. If you're watching on YouTube, what do you think here? Just, hey man, this has worked before. Let's just try it, see what happens.
From a cultural aspect, we dialed in my man Sanjay and Indamal, but Sanjay was the lead. That how do we create, how do we have in America from Plyboy Frazier to, I mean, I don't have to, the weddings that we've had, all different kinds. We talked about one with AJ and last week on there 2 weeks ago. Anyway, so what we wanted to create was something that was relevant in India. And I don't want to say arranged marriages, but culturally speaking, that's kind of what we laid out, that here's an American female wrestler and two Indians fell in love with her, and they both wanted to impress her and kind of put her on the hot seat in public, not in private, in public. You're going to have to choose one of us. So they both were wooing her and trying to get her affections. So you have a good looking, I'll call him an underneath baby face in Romeo Rapta. Look, a good little worker, is inexperienced as he was. I mean, he's got talent. And then the little guy, I never can say his name, Zorar, he was just full of energy. And so what a spectacle it was to kind of listen to the people respond. And that's what was so cool. What was said, the people understood it. They got it. They bought completely into the story because it was culturally accurate.
I love the story because it is a fun visual, and they announced that Angelina Love is going to get married next week, but they wouldn't say to who. So they leave us a cliffhanger, and the little fellow comes out and cuts a promo saying nobody loves her as much as I do, and she shouldn't focus on my lack of height, but look at my heart, which has the love of 10 men. And of course, Rapta comes out and gives her a rose, tells her he loves her. And the little guy comes back and says, I can beat that. And he starts singing to her. This is incredible stuff. The main event is Singh versus Jarrett in a no DQ match. Jarrett's blindfolded. The big fellow is at ringside. And before Singh even touches him, Vera attacks the blindfolded Jarrett, gives him a spine buster, and Singh pins Jarrett. Easy for me to say. And sadly, it comes to an end. Meltzer would report in the end of April that Ring King finished up its run over the weekend and colors in India. There is no word on the future of the group, but the fact the season is over with no announcement, well, I don't see that as a positive thing. On April 21st, the show opens with the Indian wedding and Angelina Love saying, she's going to get married, but doesn't say which one, which suitor. The music plays and Love is asked who she is marrying. And she says the little fellow. Rapta is upset and he's sitting there. Dr. Nicholas Dinsmore and Baroud throw flower petals at the two, and they just do the wedding. Sorry. Go ahead, say again.
Just what a production. Look at my world folks, tune into the YouTube slides for this episode. We can't do it justice. Highly elaborate production values there. And look at the little guy. And Conrad, do you see Angelina sitting in the chair, but the little guy up front and center?
It's amazing. Amazing.